Rami Gaffney, makeup artist and creator of Rami Beauty Therapy Cosmetics and author of Beauty Therapy, The Ultimate Guide to Looking and Feeling Great While Living with Cancer. Today we're going to show you some models who are either currently in treatment or are in the recovery process. And we're going to show you how to look your best using minimum makeup, maximum impact. Hi, so today I'm here with Sonali, who is currently undergoing treatment for breast cancer. What stage are you in, Sonali?
I finished 4 months of chemo, so I'm now undergoing radiation therapy. That's for 6.5 weeks, and I'm a week into it.
Wow, okay. So Sonali is a great example of someone who is currently in the middle of treatment. You've had hair loss, eyebrow loss during chemo, and that's going to start growing back soon. So I'm going to show today how to address certain issues. Sonali is a great example also of someone who is not a big makeup person. You certainly, I'm sure, don't want to start being someone using a lot of makeup while you're undergoing treatment. So I'm going to show you very minimum makeup, maximum impact to address the things that are bothering you. First thing we do is a little moisturizer. And with skincare, I find that especially when undergoing treatment, your skin changes so much from chemo, from radiation. Everyone is affected differently. It depends what kind of treatment you're receiving, what kind of chemo, and your genetic makeup. Everyone is different, so I find people have different reactions to treatment. Some people, your skin gets dry, some people get red, some people get oily. One of my side effects actually was that I had an unusually clear complexion while I was going through chemo. That was one of my silver linings. And I found that some products that never worked before worked really well while I was going through treatment. So it's important to keep an open mind and experiment a little bit to find out what works for you. We're going to do a little concealer around the eyes. And concealer around the eyes can really wake up your features and make you look much more well-rested. This has been one of my hero products I found when I was going through treatment because you really don't sleep well often due to medications or just having, you know, a lot on your mind while you're undergoing treatment. And I do concealer all around the entire eye area, lash line to brow bone too, because people are very dark on the inner rim of the eye by the tear ducts and above the eye as well. So it's very important to really apply concealer all around the whole eye. It just brings the eye forward and it acts as a base for any eye makeup you might wear. And then I'm going to do a little foundation just to even out your complexion a little bit. And this is a liquid powder, so it's very light. Okay, so we've perfected your complexion, made the spots a little less noticeable, although I like for the skin to still shine through. You could do a heavier application if you wanted to cover up the spots, but I think, again, you still want to look like you just have nice skin, not necessarily like you're wearing a heavy mask of makeup. So that's the first step, is perfecting the complexion. From here, we're just going to address your particular issues, which is eyebrow and lash loss, and basically just bring out your features. This is a very neutral shade, and you don't want to do a color as dark as black because that would look heavy and artificial. So you always want to sort of follow, you know, go lighter than your hair color when you're filling in your eyebrows. And then usually I tell people to brush this through, but because there's not a lot of hair for it to adhere to, we want to just fill it in, and then we're going to set it with a little bit of powder for insurance so that it stays put. We're going to set the concealer with a little powder while we're here. You can sort of see a little bit that it's filled in, but it looks like an eyebrow at least. It looks like great eyebrows. And for the lash line, a lot of people ask me about false lashes, which I think are great for an event if you're going out for one night and you just want to, you know, look a little bit extra glamorous and fill in your lash line. But for every day, I find that false lashes can be very cumbersome, and also when you're undergoing treatment you're more susceptible to catching infection from the adhesive and so on. So I think it's best left for special occasions, and for every day you want to just do an eyeliner along the lash line. And I'm going to use this pen. I usually, if someone has no lashes, I'll use a cake liner, which can look a little bit more dramatic. This is a little bit of a softer look, but I think that'll appeal to you. Close your eyes, please. And you apply it along the roots of your lash line. And if you're unsure about making a straight line, you can kind of smudge the line a little bit, because a smudged line doesn't have to look so perfect. This is a very subtle look to fill in the lash line above the eye. If I fill in the lash line on her lower lash line, I would use a lighter color, because if I use the same dark color, it would close up the eye and make it look small. And it's also much more of a made-up look to line the lower lash line. And since Somali prefers a more natural look, we're going to just do the upper lash line. And especially when you don't have lashes, or you don't have a lot of lashes, you really want a formula that's going to just glide on very easily, because it's going right on the skin. If you do have some eyelashes, even if you've just had partial lash loss, you can do a little bit of mascara to emphasize what's there, if you want to take a look.
Oh, that looks great.
Thank you.
I like it a lot.
Thank you. For the rest of the face, basically, you just want to look healthy and glowy. And we're going to do that by applying some blush called Alive to your eyes and cheeks. And this just gives like a very healthy glow. It's kind of a tawny color. With the blush brush, I sweep it right over the eyes also. This is, instead of eyeshadow, it's a great quick fix. Open. Great. So first, why don't we do a little quickie lipstick. I'm going to do this right from the tube. I usually do lipstick first and then pencil, because you get a softer line if you do the lip color first. This is a very kind of natural rose color, and I follow the natural lip line. Some people skip pencil, but pencil can just give you a much more defined look. And if you do the pencil after you do the lip color, they'll blend away together instead of leaving you with what I call ring around the lip. Great.
Lovely.
Thank you. Again, we've filled in your brows and your lashes, perfected your complexion, and we've played up your features very quickly and easily. The last thing is, if you wanted to amp up your look either for evening, or if you just are feeling like you need a little more of a boost during the day, you can add a little bit of highlighter. This is a face gloss. This color is called Chicksa. It's very light. I found that it really can wake up your look. Open, please. Let me see. Wow. It really does. And then you can highlight the cheeks with it as well. So you can see one side of Somali's face, the cheeks are highlighted, and the eye looks a little bit more awake because the shimmer is reflecting light, and it's a light color as well. So it just kind of wakes her up. As far as brow shaping, if you're in the state that Somali's in right now, where her brows are about to grow in, even if there are hairs that look like they're strays, it's very important to not shape them. It's very important to leave it alone, because as they grow in, the eyebrow hairs have a tendency to grow in where they feel like it, and it comes in stages. So the first hairs just came in, and they kind of look very sporadic. Another week or so, more hairs will come in, and I call those hairs B, and then eventually hairs C come in. And it can take a couple of months, really, 2 to 3 months, until it fully grows in. Sometimes a little longer, sometimes a little less, depending on the type of hair you have. But it's very important to leave the brows alone, let them continue growing in, so that you can go, when you do get a brow shaping, you're getting it done once the brows are fully grown in. Right. And I'm going to add a little bit of this highlighter to your lips also, just in the center of the lower lip. Voila.
Thank you. It looks excellent.
Thank you. And I think one of the important messages of the book, actually, is not just the physical. It's not about you know, how you look or filling in the brow line or the lash line only. It's also about what I call inner beauty, which is basically feeling confident, having a positive attitude. And I think the exterior is meant to help you with the interior. They kind of go hand in hand. So when you do look like you more confident, you look good, you feel more confident, it's easier to face the world with a positive attitude. So I hope I've helped you do that today.
Thank you.
My pleasure.